Hello everyone, Dr. John Bartemus here with Stacey Gorham, another Maximize Living patient that is excited to tell us her testimony today. So Stacey, why don't you tell us a little bit about what brought you into the office and encouraged you to start chiropractic care?
At the time, I actually met Dr. Bagwell at a local fair, and at the time I was really sick and I was looking for a chiropractor. I had been to other chiropractors before the standard chiropractic, and it did help me. I had been in an accident years ago, and it helped me with my headaches and things like that, so I was looking for something like that. At the time, I was very sick. I came into the practice with a lot of health issues. I had just been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I had migraines, polycystic ovarian syndrome. At that point, I was prescribed 13 medications, and I had just kind of was desperate to find somebody to help me. And when I came into chiropractic, so I found Dr. Bagwell at the fair, and he encouraged me to come in and hear what he had to say.
Awesome. So, where did you go from there?
We came in and he did my x-ray. He showed us how to read our x-rays. He gave us some information that really opened my eyes to the total package of Maximize Living, which is the wellness, nutrition, exercise, the mindset, that it's a total package, not just coming in and getting your spine corrected like most chiropractors focus on. And really backed up what he was saying with science, with information, and that really opened my eyes. And at the time, I was desperate to hear those answers, because at the time, doctors were just throwing medicine at me and not really giving me answers. None of the things that I was being diagnosed with had tests, and so he had confidence in what he was saying. He answered my questions with the things I was looking for, and so it prompted me to want to try it out.
Okay, and then you had mentioned that there were other familial influences and reasons kind of that had made you open to maybe changing your lifestyle and becoming a healthier person. You mentioned something going on with your brother.
Yes. At the time, my brother was fighting cancer. He was diagnosed in April 2010 with an unknown carcinoma. The tumor was behind his right eye, going into his brain, so it was inoperable. And at the time I found Maximize Living, he had already been fighting he was towards the end of his fight. So it was about 2 years. And he was diagnosed, he was given many chemo treatments. He went through 7 different drugs, I think. He was on so many medications. He suffered greatly, and nothing was helping him. And actually, we had gone to the food makeover that Maximize Living sponsored, and they talked about how these things can impact cancer. And I wanted to reach out to my family. I wanted to just, share it with everyone, because it was so amazing what I was hearing about what we do to ourselves affect how our chances of getting cancer, or any illness for that matter, and that we can cure it ourselves. And that was very empowering. And so he passed away in November, exactly 2 months after I started with Maximize Living. And after he was 26 years old, after seeing what he struggled with, I just made a decision that I did not want to ever watch my children struggle with that I didn't want my children to see me struggle with that and go through that kind of suffering. And there was no amount of, I hear you only live once a lot, and to me, sometimes it's an excuse to be, I'm at a loss for a word, but irresponsible with your lifestyle. It was an excuse for, partying, drinking, just not respecting your body and not giving yourself nutrients. And to me, none of that was worth the suffering that people are going through. And that opened my eyes. And so I made the decision to just go along with the program and change it completely. And unfortunately, it was too late for my brother, but I'm hoping that we can change everything for my family.
That's powerful. That's awesome. So up to this point, what changes have you seen?
Well, I started last October of 2011. I've lost 40 pounds. I just about a month ago went off my last medication, so I'm completely drug-free. The majority of my symptoms are gone. I have, a few things that I'm still working on, but they're very easy. And what I love the most is that because my body is so clean, I know exactly what is causing my symptoms. I know exactly what is causing me to feel the way I feel. And I know how to take care of that. And that's something doctors don't give you, is your power. And that's something Maximized Living gives you, is your power. And I feel empowered to know exactly what to do with my health. And I have answers. And I didn't have that before. You go to doctors because you don't have answers. And you want somebody to give them to you. And a lot of times they still can't give you answers. They just throw meds at you. And Maximized Living has changed that for me. And my husband has lost 15 pounds just by eating the foods that we eat. My kids are a lot healthier. Our allergies are better. Just so many things are improving, and I'm sharing it with my family. My parents have lost weight and are improving their health. My father's cholesterol tanked, which,
Nice.
It's a good thing. His thyroid levels came down. So it's influencing, just from me doing this, my whole family.
That's awesome. So you're achieving your goal, which was to leave a legacy of health with your family and change it from the bottom up, meaning your kids up, but you're also impacting behind you too, your parents. And so you're impacting 3 generations is what you just said. So
right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you see for the future?
This is a lifetime commitment for me, and it is easy once you commit to it. A lot of people, it's hard to transition over, and it was hard in the beginning to get rid of things that we're so used to having in our life, but once you do it, it's so easy. When you're desperate enough to see results, when you're so tired of being sick and so tired of dealing with what you're dealing with and the side effects from all the medications you're on, you'll do what you have to do. And, my brother passing away was like the last straw for me. There is no way I'm going to do everything in my power to prevent anything like that from happening to me and to my family. And my mom was diagnosed with a cancerous polyp in her, a precancer polyp in her colon, and then she had some issues with her thyroid, and I was concerned, and it's just, I don't want to see anyone else go through that, Life is too valuable.
Yeah, and so you were concerned and did what? Taught her what you learned?
Right, and share it. And a lot of other people have noticed the changes. I started with Maximized Living in October 2011. And as of this October 2011, I have achieved all of those results in 1 year. I've had my problems since I was a teenager, and never got results. It's only gotten worse. So for me to turn around my whole life in 1 year and get those kind of results, it says a lot about the program and what they're doing.
Awesome, and most importantly, what you're doing.
Right.
So knowledge is useless without implementation, right?
Right.
And so you've applied it, so the major props go to you. So awesome job with that. It looks like the future is bright, and your family is blessed to have someone to spread the word so passionately. So any closing words?
I would just encourage anyone that is out there and struggling, doesn't have answers, is fed up and tired, to give Maximized Living a chance. It's no commitment. You just come in, they give you a consultation, and you hear them out. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But you don't have anything to lose. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. Stacey Gorham, Lifespring Chiropractic, another life saved.
Thank you.